The chart of the day is brought to you by Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app.
Time now for the chart of the day with a look at Coinbase on NASDAQ. So shares of Coin are mostly unchanged on the day after the investment firm Oppenheimer raised its price forecast. Still, this 3-month chart, which shows Coinbase's price trend since the crypto exchange's high-profile listing in mid-April, does suggest a plateauing out from the steady decline it had seen since then. And now, Oppenheimer analyst Owen Lau is saying he's more bullish on Coinbase, citing expectations for strong second quarter results. Lau raised his stock price target to the nice round number of $444. Last week, Mercado Bitcoin, the largest crypto exchange in Brazil, announced it has raised $200 million in a new round of funding. Coming on the heels of El Salvador's decision to make Bitcoin legal tender, it's another reminder that Latin America is now in sharp focus as a prime region for Bitcoin adoption. Joining us now to discuss Bitcoin in Latin America is Mercado Bitcoin Director Fabricio Tota. Welcome, Fabricio.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thanks for being here. So we hear a lot about adoption in Latin America. What kind of user growth is Mercado Bitcoin seeing at this stage?
Yes, you're right. Crypto adoption here in Brazil, in South America, is really happening. For example, Mercado Bitcoin, we have onboarded more than 700,000 new customers only this year. So we have reached 2.8 million customers on our base here, which is a pretty good mark for a company that right now operates only in Brazil, right?
Has that growth continued as we've seen the price wane in recent months, or are you talking really about most of that happening at the beginning of the year?
Yes, of course. Price is something that brings clients to any retail crypto exchange. But more than that, we're focusing not only on Bitcoin, but other coins also, of course. We list 38 pairs here, and other crypto assets also, like tokens representing real assets. So, of course, primarily, Bitcoin is the king of the market, so it draws a lot of attention when the price rises. But we're pretty sure that people are getting used to moments when the price is not going to go up forever.
So this past month, El Salvador got a lot of attention around the region with its move to make Bitcoin legal tender. And we, in fact, saw legislators from Argentina, Mexico, Paraguay, and even in your country in Brazil showing their appreciation for Bitcoin. So tell me, how real is the prospect that other countries in Latin America would follow El Salvador's lead and leverage Bitcoin as a tool for monetary sovereignty?
Yeah, I don't see that happening in the short term. Of course, El Salvador movement is very important as it gives an option for some countries that have some small economies or fighting with their local currency. El Salvador used US dollar for a long time, so adopting Bitcoin is not that shocking when you compare with that possibility in Brazil or Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, and so on. So I believe it's something that opened the eyes of regulators, but I don't believe it's going to be followed by a larger country in the short term, right?
So just looking at the macroeconomic environment, Brazil has had a difficult last few years, right? You've had horrendous toll from COVID, for example. Obviously, the prior president's charged with corruption, and a lot of political and economic unrest. How much of an impact does that macro environment have on demand for crypto and Bitcoin and so forth?
It's huge. It's a huge impact because crypto and especially Bitcoin propose an alternative when it comes to currency, right? So going to Bitcoin, investing in Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, or selling your local currency, that's the way of seeing that. When you buy Bitcoin with your local currency, you're selling your local currency. It's something that I believe that needed to be a much larger move than we can see. I don't get it how people are a little bit afraid yet, and if we can say that people are protecting themselves when they're seeing inflation in dollars, let's say in Brazil and other countries in the region. I think that the development and the attraction of Bitcoin to people should be larger than it is. And that's what we are preparing to do here.